Yo, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create this awesome transform car effect inside Filmora 13. So let's get started. Alright, so here we have two clips, and the angle of the car is very important, because you want these two shots to somewhat seamlessly blend together. Okay, then I'm gonna pick this point right here in this first clip. Then go to the toolbar, select speed, and select add freeze frame. Okay, now we add a freeze frame in this first clip. Then I take a 22 frame long part of this clip. Okay, then we need to do the same thing for the second clip. So this time we need to add a freeze frame at the beginning. So I select the start point, and I add the freeze frame to this second clip like this. After that I take 22 frames part on this clip too. Then I click this, and delete the unwanted freeze frame part. Okay guys, our transform effect happens in this part. So now we need to take two snapshots of both freeze frames, to create empty background layers like this. So I select here, and click this camera icon to take a snapshot. So I take two snapshots of both clips. Okay, now we have both snapshots here. Then we need to remove these cars in both images using AI. For that you can use Photoshop Generative Fill, or DALL-E, which is free. So I'm going to use DALL-E. So first click this to upload your snapshot. Then click skip cropping. After that click this check icon. Then drag this generation frame over the subject. Then select the erase tool, and paint around the subject like this. Okay, then go to the text box right here, so we can give a text prompt to generate what we need. So I type simple prompt, empty road. Then click this generate button. After that wait a few seconds. Okay, now we have the results. Then pick any image you like. And click accept. Then click this download icon to download this image. After that you need to do the same thing for your second snapshot. Okay, after that add your both images to Filmora. Then I add my first background image under these freeze frame layers like this. Okay, then we need to mask this car to several parts. So go to the mask, and select the pen tool. Then select the preview area, hold the control, and scroll the mouse wheel to zoom. Then I start cutting the car into separate pieces, so I'm going to start from the front of the car, and this bit is going to be very time consuming. So now I have the first part cut out, then I'm going to duplicate this layer. So select the layer, then press Ctrl+D to duplicate. Then I reset the mask, and then I cut out a new part of the car like this. So I'm just going to repeat these steps for both car clips, until I have the whole car cut out into different parts. Okay guys, here I cut out both cars into different parts. So now we need to add the transform effect. So first I select all the clips in my first car, then go to the beginning of this clip, and create a keyframe on position. Then I go a few seconds forward, select the first clip, and I move out this part like this. So then continue the same thing for other layers. Also you can add a few more movements to get a better look. Okay, after animating our first car, we need to animate our second one. So first we need to match these second clips to our first clips. So select all these second clips, and bring these to the top. Then I drag one frame at the beginning like this. Then go to the beginning of these clips, and create a keyframe on position. Then I match my second car parts to my first car parts like this. Okay, then drag these keyframes to one frame forward. After that select all these layers, and remove this extra frame we added before. Okay, now you can see our match cut is pretty clean. Then we need to animate these clips, so I do it like this. Okay, finally go to the end, and select all these clips, and bring these all parts to the original position. Okay guys, now our transform effect looks like this. So then we need to adjust the key graph. So go to the keyframe panel, select all these keyframes, then right-click, and add this curve preset. So then I adjust the key graph all other layers. Okay, after that let's add some wiggle effect to this. So first we need to change these clips to compound clips. So I select my first clips, and press Alt plus G to create a compound clip. Then I name this car 1, and hit OK. Okay, then I do the same thing for my second clip. Okay, then go to the effects, select video effects, select shake, then select this mild effect, and add it to this compound clip. Then go to the effects settings, and first I change the frequency to 3. Position X and Y to 0. Keep the position Z to 10. Then disable the RGB separate, and keep the motion blur enabled. Okay, then I copy and paste that mild effect to my second compound clip like this. Okay, after adding the wiggle effect, I'm going to add a few elements like a car frame, and sparks overlay. So I add this car frame under this car clips like this. Then I flip this image, and bring down the scale a little bit. So now we need to animate this car frame. So I select here on this clip, and I create keyframes on scale, position, and rotation. So I keep the scale to 20, and position something like this, and rotation to -30. Then go a few seconds forward, and I change the scale to 55, and reset the position, and rotation. Then go a few seconds again, and create keyframes on these. Then go to the end, and copy the first keyframe values to this keyframe. Okay, after that let's adjust the key graph. So open the key graph, select all these keyframes, right-click, and I add this ease out preset to this. Okay, after that I like to add a wiggle effect to this. So first I change this layer to a compound clip. After that I copy the mild effect on this layer, and paste it into this car frame layer. Okay, then I add the sparks overlay to the timeline, and change the blend mode to screen. After that I adjust the scale using the keyframes like this. Okay guys, now our transform effect is complete. So then we need to add our second background with the animation. So I add my second background to the timeline, and I split the layer right here. Then I need to cut out this background into 2 parts. So I do that using the pen tool like this. Okay, one is done, and we need the other part, so I duplicate this layer. Then I invert the mask on that layer. Okay, then let's animate these. So I create a keyframe on position in both layers, then go to here, and I drag this layer down, and this layer to the left. Okay, then I drag these keyframes to the beginning like this. So then we need to add motion blur to this. So first let's change these to compound clips. After that go to the effect, select blur, then select direction blur, and add it to our background layer. Then go to the effects settings, and here you can adjust the blur length and direction. So I change the direction to 90, length to 30, and create a keyframe. Then I drag this keyframe to start. After that go to the end of the animation, and change the blur length to 0. Okay, then do the same thing for the second part. Okay, finally I like to add a shake effect, so go to the video effects, and I add this extreme effect to the timeline. Then go to the effects settings, and I change the frequency to 50, and other settings to default. Okay guys, now our transform car effect is complete. So here's the results. So guys, that's how we can make the transform car effect inside of Filmora 13. So I hope this video helps you, and also if you like this kind of tutorial, please leave a like this video and be sure to subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. So let's meet up the next video. Take care and peace.